Cricket is a cruel game where many talented players find they have their international opportunities unfairly taken away from them. These are the 5 most unlucky batsmen to not have been given a better go. Number 5, Brad Hodge. No, this isn't the left-arm Chinaman Brad Hogg. Brad Hodge is an Australian middle-order batsman who never got the international recognition he deserved. Brad Hodge accumulated 17,000 runs over a 25-year career at an average of over 48. Within that time, he scored 83 centuries across all formats. In 2005, he was given the opportunity to play Test cricket for Australia, scoring a 60 on debut and then a double century against South Africa in only his 3rd match. At the time, he was averaging 61.43, but was dropped only 3 matches later. Over the next 13 years, he would only play 1 more Test match for Australia, in which he scored a solid 60 in, but then was dropped immediately afterwards. One reason for Hodge's incredibly short international career is that Hodge came into an already dominant batting lineup as a fill-in for the injured Damien Martyn. At the time, Australia poised the likes of Langer, Ponting, Clark, Simons, Hussey and Gilchrist in their side, so when the injured Martyn returned, Australia didn't need Hodge anymore. Despite this, Hodge should have been given much more of a chance, especially once all these players retired, as Hodge continued to play cricket all the way up to 2018. If Hodge's career started today, you could expect to see him become a future captain of Australian cricket. Number 4, James Taylor. James Taylor's story is a little bit different to all the other players on this list. James Taylor was a promising young English batsman who impressed in county cricket, averaging 46 in first class and 52 in List A. He was given an opportunity at international level and he capitalised upon it. He became a regular feature in England's one-day international team between 2014 and 2015 with an average of 42, and he notably scored a crucial century against Australia in 2015. Unfortunately, in 2016, at the age of 26, James Taylor's career was immediately cut short when he was diagnosed with a rare heart condition. Because of this, he will never play international cricket again. If not for this condition, James Taylor had the potential to become one of England's most prolific batsmen over the next 10 years. Number 3, Naman Ojha. Naman Ojha is an Indian wicketkeeper who, like everyone else on this list, has an extremely impressive first-class batting record, scoring over 22 centuries and an average of over 41 with a high score of 219 not out against Australia A. Despite this, Naman Ojha was only given 1 Test match, 1 one-day international and 2 2020 international appearances to prove his skills. Unfortunately, in his few appearances, he failed to take his opportunities, falling cheaply in all of his innings. If he had been given more opportunity at international level, he may have been able to show what he was worth. But the difficulty for an Indian keeper like Ojha playing in the mid-2000s was that he was competing against India's ridiculously good selection of wicketkeepers, with the likes of MS Dhoni, Dinesh Karthik and Parthiv Patel all already having proved themselves at international level. Because of this, Naman Ojha can be considered as incredibly unlucky, as if he was from any other nation or playing in any other era, you could have expected to have seen him being given a much greater opportunity at international level. Number 2, Andy Lloyd. In 1984, Lloyd got called up to the English cricket team, and his introduction to international cricket was brutal to say the least. He was asked to open the batting against the West Indies, who were at the peak of their power in the 80s, posing the best fast bowling attack in the world with the likes of Marshall, Garner and Holding. In his debut, Lloyd worked his way to 10 runs off of 17 balls before he misjudged a bouncer off of Marshall's bowling and was struck in the side of the head. Lloyd walked away from the incident but didn't bat again for the remainder of the innings and was forced to sit out for the rest of the match. Lloyd spent a week in hospital where he suffered from blurry vision and he spent a year out of cricket. He was never considered for Test selection again. The fate of Lloyd isn't necessarily his fault, as it was a poor decision to make a debutant open the batting against arguably the best fast bowling attack of all time. Number 1, Stuart Law. With over 27,000 first-class runs at an average of over 50, Stuart Law was one of the finest batsmen Australia's domestic Sheffield Shield has ever seen. Only 5 Australians have ever made more first-class centuries than Law did, but Law was only ever given 1 Test match to show his worth. Law was selected to debut for Australia alongside Ricky Ponting against Sri Lanka at the Wacker. Law came out to bat late as Ricky Ponting impressed on his way to 96. Law worked his way to 54 not out, but his innings was cut short as Australia declared. Law wasn't required to bat again for the remainder of the match, and he was dropped for the following series and was never asked to play again for Australia in test matches. Like Brad Hodge, Law was a victim to Australia's incredible batting depth throughout the mid-2000s, as Australia simply did not need another middle-order batsman at the time. Fortunately for Law, he was given a brief stint in one-day internationals where he managed to score 1 ton and 7 half-centuries, but he only managed to play 54 matches, which is low considering how much talent he possessed. If there is anyone I missed, let me know by leaving a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching.